Hello, everybody in Hong Kong. My name is Christopher Dempsey. I'm 27 years old and I am from Kilrea, a sunny little village of Kilrea in Northern Ireland. So I graduated from the University of Ulster in graphic design. This included photography, animation, 3D animation, typography, and 3D design. So a little bit about myself. Well, I currently work as a pastry chef in a small country house hotel. I enjoy all kinds of music. I play the guitar. I've been playing the guitar since I was 16 years old. I enjoy all kinds of sports. I like playing football and watching. I like golf, I like tennis, and snooker as well. So why teach abroad? Well, I already have done so. In fact, after I graduated from university, I applied for the British Council program to teach in China. While I was there, I was placed in Tianjin at number 42 middle school. I taught kids from the age of 11 till 18. I really enjoyed my time there. I learned so much about the culture, so much about Chinese history, the the basics of the language to get by. Um, I enjoyed the food so much so that I tried to make it even still back home. Um, and I enjoyed my time there so much that I got another job working in Tianjin, teaching at an elementary school, teaching primary school kids. And it was there that I really fell in love with teaching, and I found it a very rewarding job. It didn't feel like a job, in fact, at times, because I was learning as much from the kids as they were learning from me, and I would like to experience this again in Hong Kong. As far as classroom management is concerned, I learned a lot from my 2 years teaching experience in China. I think it's a good idea to offer some sort of incentive system where if certain students perform well, they would receive a sticker, uh, and maybe if they collect enough stickers, they can trade it in for a piece of candy. Um, it's important to have a lot of patience and energy when working with younger students, and it's also important to keep your lessons fun and energetic so that you can keep the kids' interest. The average class size in China was generally over 30, um, and at the start it was a little difficult to control 30 Chinese students, but over time, as the kids get to know you and you get to know a little bit about them, it gets easier. So teaching classes of of this size are certainly not a problem. Um, as for difficult students, I think it's important not to interrupt the flow of a lesson. So maybe at the end of a class, you would pull them aside and try to determine what the problem is and see how you can rectify it. As far as controlling a large classroom is concerned, I have no problem with this. As I mentioned earlier, I've taught classes of 30 plus students. I find that it's good to use group work as much as you can, and when you group the students, it's a good idea to pair off the higher level students with the lower level students so that they can, over time, come to an equal footing. I find that sometimes a lesson plan you might think works well doesn't So it's always a good idea to have a backup plan, a plan B, a plan C, sometimes even a plan D. And this can involve, worksheets, little crosswords, or little fun games that you make up. I found bingo worked quite well at times, and the use of flashcards and drawing on the chalkboard. As I mentioned earlier, I have a strong art background, so if you can draw little animals or anything on the board, that helps. So thank you for taking the time to view my video, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye bye.